You know, the idea of the coat is that it's this, sort of Arctic warrior woman, that is able to be stoic and yet beautiful at the same time while traversing the glaciers of the Arctic Sea. I'm Danielle Everine, and I'm a designer and an artist. I design mostly women's wear. It's often inspired by men's wear because I really love some of the details and the utility of men's clothes, but I primarily design for women. This is like a suit. It's shorts and a jacket that zip together. And then I have this quilted jacket that's actually a whole snowsuit, so there's pants that go with that as well. All the clothes I make I want them to be like equal parts utilitarian and equal parts beautiful. I want people to be empowered by their clothes and be able to do whatever they want. So I'd like someone to be able to ride their bike to work and then conduct a meeting and just be able to control their own world and be comfortable in what they're wearing. As an artist and designer, I never stop thinking about like what's next, or what could I make, or what sort of garment would be good for this. I'll be inspired by a film or a book or an idea or an activity, and then that will lead to the clothes because I'll be put myself in this adventurous situation, and then I'll think about the type of clothes that are appropriate for that. One of my recent collections is called Me Ishmael, obviously inspired by Moby Dick. My fiance David has a sailboat that we sail on in the summer, and I get a little seasick, so I just started to think about how could people be on these boats for months or years. I started to think about like what would a modern day heroine wear on a transatlantic journey. The really fun thing about this collection was that I partnered with an illustrator, Lisa Luck, who drew quite a few images of whaling and ship-inspired motifs that I turned into screen prints and then printed on the garments. It's just a little clutch, simple little clutch that's laser etched with one of the drawings by Lisa Luck for the Me Ishmael collection. I was on Project Runway Season 9. It was a very interesting experience, to say the least. It was overall a really great experience, mostly because of the people that I met along the way. It was interesting also to be a part of something that creates pop culture. This TV show is sort of defining fashion in some ways and defining what our culture is, and to be a part of that was an amazing experience. After living in New York for the summer, doing the shoot, it made me realize how important it is to come back to my roots and stay in Minnesota and be inspired by things that I really care about, and to stay true to my work and show really what I'm inspired by. So this is the coat for Avoid the Gray. It's not quite finished yet, so there's still pins in it, and I'm sorry, Kimberly, about that. Avoid the Gray is an annual show that Cliché, the boutique on Lindell Avenue, where I sell my garments along with a lot of other local designers, has every year. So, what I'll do is I'll end up cutting pieces like this out and stitching them on, and then probably beading around the edges of it as well. This year, the models for Avoid the Gray will be inside 8 by 8 foot boxes. The outsides will be completely white, and then the inside will be this very textural scene that's been created by an artist and in partnership with a designer. People will be invited to actually come up to the scene and sort of peer in and immerse themselves in this other world. There are quite a few fashion designers working out of Minneapolis. The other artists and designers are amazingly supportive, and everyone wants to sort of work together to make something happen. It goes to show you can live here and make a living from your design. It's really a cool place to be. All right, so this is a pretty coat dress that is from my Pale Rider collection. And that collection was inspired a lot by, the West and riding your horse out into the woods. The idea is that the clothes are pretty, but you can be rough in them too. But, disclaimer, I don't ride horses, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. Throughout this collection, I was doing these little appliques that I matched to the dress just to make it a little bit more layered and give some dimension. And also sort of recall that Western time of embroidery and details that make it special. I'm interested in a new definition of beauty. I think a lot of people have been bombarded with this sort of glamorous look that's been going on for a long time and striving for perfection. And to me, real people and real adventure and real activities are what is fun and beautiful. And I think, people should really be who they are and find something in that. My clothes really encourage people to be independent and be out there and create your own look and have your own voice.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.